please. Hey, we're back. I'm Ed Gargas from New Wave Communications. Alongside me, Senator Rob Mayer.
Well, thank you, Ed. It's good to be here. And, of course, this is going to be a great game. These two teams have a rich tradition in basketball. The Richland Rebels, of course, when you look at their history, you go back into the early 60s when they took basketball teams to the state and won state championships. Then they had a good run in the late 60s, early 70s, and they've had successful teams all the way up to now. And, of course, the Bearcats have also been traditionally tough back in the 60s under Coach Jim Hall, and then later on in the 90s with Paul Hale. So
Coach
it should be a great game, and of course it's a bit of a rivalry too.
Absolutely. Billy Pat and I were just talking about that. You know, the two teams separated, I forget exactly, 12 miles along Highway 114 there, but yeah, these two teams are going to see each other at least a couple more times, and then hopefully match up again deep in the Stoddard County Conference Tournament.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I failed to mention the Rebels had an excellent team in the late 70s when I used to do a lot of basketball broadcasts. So they're steeped in basketball tradition, as are the Bearcats. And, boy, I tell you what, this crowd is already starting to get excited about this matchup tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, real quick, Senator, if I may, I want to remind our viewers that this game, Game 14 of the 53rd the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, being brought to you by Three Rivers Community College, Lincoln Lacey, New Wave Communication, SEMO Malden, Shelter Insurance, Brock Williams, the Bloomfield agent here, as well as Representative Billy Pat Wright. So here shortly and momentarily we'll have the starting lineups. We'll try to announce them as they announce them on the court.
Well, I had an opportunity, Ed, to watch Richland just a bit Saturday. They looks like they have some good talent on that starting five, a good combination on that starting five. Of course, Dexter came away with a big win against Van Buren and relied pretty heavily on their big guy, Alan Flanagan. So it'll be an interesting matchup tonight between these two teams.
Starting for the Rebels will be senior Michael Latham. Number 22, Drew Thornton. Number 23, Ryan Cleffer. And number 32, Mac Thornton. Give me a second here. I missed that second intro, but we'll get looks like it's number 20, Jesse Brown. And for the Dexter Bearcats, starting will be the senior, 5'10 senior, number 3, Brandon Stoker. Number 5, 6'4 senior, Ryan Wyndham. Number 10, Gary Summers, 6 foot senior. Number 21, the 6'5 junior, Alan Flanagan. And number 45, 6'2 senior, Taylor Gerald. So the other night, now the Richland Rebels are going to rely heavily on Drew Thornton. His cousin Mac Thornton and Ryan Cleffer also does a lot of scoring for the Rebels. And as you said a moment ago, Flanagan had a great game Saturday. It looks like the Rebels may not match up very well with him inside, standing at 6'5".
Well, it'd be interesting to see how they do match up, Ed, because against Van Buren, Flanagan was really, really hot and did just about everything you could ask of a big man. They tip it up, and he wins the tip. It's controlled by Dexter, and Brandon Stoker has the basketball. Looks like Richland's coming out, and that's kind of a man-to-man, aren't they? There's a shot in the lane by Summers. He misses. Flanagan with the offensive rebound goes back up, and he's fouled.
Looks like that foul is going to be on number 20, Jesse Brown.
It'll be interesting to see how the Rebels defense Flanagan. The Rebels, in my opinion, much more athletic than Van Buren was Saturday. So
absolutely.
Here's the free throw by Flanagan, and he knocks it down. You got to like his form, don't you, Ed?
I was getting ready to say the same thing. He's just got picture perfect up there. So he's good on the second as well.
So he's 2 for 2 as we start the game. Just underway here in the first quarter. Dexter applying full court pressure, and that wore Van Buren down last Saturday. Here the Rebels break that pressure. Thornton has it knocked away.
He keeps fighting for it.
Going to be a jump ball, and it'll remain Richland's basketball on the alternating possession arrow. They've got Drew Thornton listed at 6'3". Richland getting the inbound pass in, but they took too much time. The defense on the part of the Bearcats forced the turnover.
Good defense there by the Bearcats.
Looks like Richland's going to pick up full court and apply some pressure. Dexter has it taken away. Clapper on a driving shot, and he scored and fouled. He's a really athletic kid, isn't he?
Very much so. He has played some Nike ball during the summers up in St. Louis as well, some of the same leagues that Tyler Hansborough played in.
Yeah, I understand he's played a lot of basketball during the offseason. He eyes it and misses. Dexter's Flanagan comes out with a rebound. Quickly to the front court. They go down low to Taylor Gerald. He has it knocked away and stolen.
Quick hands there by Drew Thornton on the takeaway.
Now a turnover on Richland gives the ball right back to Dexter.
Like he stepped on the line there.
Both these teams showing a lot of pressure defense. Stoker kicks it off on the wing to Summers. They swing it around to the other side. Gerald gives it to Summers. Now they go down low to Flanagan. He's double teamed, and he's called for a travel.
So the Bearcats with another turnover, but it looks like they're trying to use the same game plan as they did against Van Buren, get Flanagan involved early and often, and just let his success allow everybody else to feed off that.
Thornton gives off to Clapper. The ball is blocked by Summers. Dexter comes out of there with it. It'll be interesting, Ed, to see how Flanagan works against the Richland double team. Here's Stoker on the baseline, missed a shot. Rebound pulled out by Drew Thornton. The ball kicked out of bounds.
There by Bowman. Good hustle by Bowman getting across on the defense.
I believe the Rebels are just a little more athletic basketball team than Van Buren, and I believe for the Bearcats to be successful, Flanagan's going to have to dump that ball off to one of his teammates occasionally when he's doubled and triple teamed.
Absolutely.
We'll see how he reacts tonight. He's an outstanding player. Got a big block there, didn't he, down on the baseline? Looks like the Bearcats already have a substitution into the game. John Bowman, number 23. Inbound pass comes to Clapper. He drives the lane, puts up a shot, scored it.
That's 4 points. He's accounted for all of the scoring for Richland so far, showing his ability to get to the hole.
Bearcats break the pressure. Stidham off to Bowman. His three is up and good. Bowman's one of those kids that can consistently hit the three-pointer and really turn a game around. Clapper from three. He misses. Ball fought for. It's on the floor, and we got a whistle and a foul. I'm going to call that against Mickey Latham, number 10.
I think he goes by Mikey.
I think you're right. When I said that, I thought, wait a minute. I don't think that's how they announced him before the game. Dexter
at least we'll be
beats
consistent with the guys at the scoring table.
Stoker puts it up in the lane and scored it.
Take away by Bowman.
Bowman with a steal. Kicks it out to Stoker, to Flanagan, to Summers. His three's on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped out long. Here comes the Rebels.
Mac Thornton with the ball.
Mac Thornton gives it off to Latham, and his shot misses. Dexter's Flanagan comes out of there with it. 4:41 remains here in this first quarter. And they call Summers on a travel. Dexter's had some problems tonight. They've turned the ball over frequently here in the first quarter.
Don't know if that's just edginess. Some of that you can contribute probably to the Rebel defense.
I think you're right. Both teams applying full court pressure. Drew
down to Mac.
To Mac Thornton. Here's a shot from the corner. Missed by Drew Thornton. Kicked out of bounds. Basketball will remain with Richland.
Wyndham had position there for the rebound. Just couldn't corral that thing in.
Hester checks into the game for the Bearcats. Pass comes in to, that was picked off. Here comes Stoker. Goes coast to coast and scored. And now Richland wants to use a timeout. So with 4:06 left to go here in this first quarter, it's Dexter 9 and the Rebels 4. We'll take a break on YHC.
Shelter Insurance has covered a lot of miles and a lot of cars and drivers since 1946. We like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Seek shelter today.
Okay, we're back. Rebels with the ball. Drew Thornton looks to drive the baseline out to Cleffer.
Another steal there by the Bearcats. And
Hester making his presence known.
Yes, he is. Here's a shot in the corner from Stoker, and he nails the three.
That's 7 points already early in the game for Stoker, so that's only going to help the Bearcats if he's got the hot hand.
It's 12-4 Dexter. Here comes Drew Thornton spinning in the lane, knocked it off the glass, and scored it.
Nice move by Drew.
Here comes Stoker quickly into the front court for Dexter. Look at that three from Flanagan. Long. Rebound Wyndham. Back to Stoker. His three's on the way, and he scores. Boy, he's had quite a first half, hasn't he?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
15-6, and all of a sudden this game is really picking up in the pace. Cleffer, scoop shot, missed. Pulled out of there by Dexter. Quickly they come the other way. Stoker loses control, and they said he palmed the basketball.
Turnover there by the Bearcats. They'll set up the full court press. Cleffer's going to take a seat.
Both teams have had problems tonight with turnovers. Dexter's up 15-6. And Latham tried to get it over to Mac Thornton, and the ball went right through Mac's hands and went out of bounds. Dexter's basketball.
Well, the pace is going to suit the Bearcats, I believe. They may play a little bit deeper than what the Rebels do, but also the Bearcats, they play a lot better as most teams with the lead.
Bowman puts up a 15-footer. He missed, and Latham went up high for the rebound and comes down hard, and he was fouled. Foul goes against number 11, Bryn Hester. Looks like Stoker's going to check out of the game. Dexter continues to apply that full court pressure. Here comes Latham into the front court. Kicks it down to Drew Thornton over in the corner. Back to Latham. He spins in the lane. His shot is blocked, but they say he was fouled.
Look, we may have reached, but the Bearcats may have reached just a little bit on that.
Well, the
Bearcats go against Wyndham.
Wyndham picks up his first foul of the night. Latham, a 6'2" ball player for the Richland Rebels. Southpaw. He's got nice form, doesn't he, Ed?
Yes, sir.
Has a
As I was
nice
with Lloyd Rice earlier, he said those southpaws, the basketball form free throws just always seems to look a little bit better for those.
He's got a nice arching form with backspin. This next one's on the way. He missed that one. I guess we jinxed him. 15-7. Dexter out in front of Richland. And here's another steal by Drew Thornton. And Drew just couldn't quite find the handle on it. Turned it over.
I want to remind everybody watching to go ahead and shoot us an email at sports@yhctv.com. Let us know what you think of the broadcast and the tournament so far.
Understand we've gotten several emails during the tournament. It's
Yes.
always good to hear from folks, isn't it? There goes
Wyndham, strong move on the baseline.
And he's
Gonna be called.
going to be called for a charge. So the basket will not count, and the score remains 15-7.
Minute 49 here to go in the first quarter.
Dexter continues to apply the full court pressure. Inbound pass comes to Drew Thornton, back to Clapper. Guess that's a 2-2-1 full court press. Latham kicks it off to Jesse Brown. Back to Drew Thornton, dumps it down low to Latham, has it stripped away.
Good
And they
hands
say
there
it was
by
last
Wyndham.
touch by Dexter.
Yeah, good hands by Wyndham slapping the ball away, but the ball lands out of bounds as a result, so it'll stay with the Rebels.
Get the ball into Mac Thornton. Kicks it back to Clafer. His three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Mac Thornton. Puts it up and good. Big offensive rebound, Ed. It pulls the Rebels to within 6. Shot by Klaus from the corner. He misses. Richland quickly out of there with the rebound. Cleffer into the front court. He pulls up from 5 feet, missed it. Rebound out of bounds, and last touch by Dexter. Pretty heads-up play there by the Rebels, wasn't it?
Yes, Drew Thornton also showing his athleticism, able to get around and put the ball back off Taylor Gerald's chest there.
That's kind of a popular thing that players do, a heads-up, smart play.
Yes.
And Richland retains the basketball. They get it into Cleffer. Back out to Mac Thornton. Dexter in a man-to-man defense. They were impressive Saturday against Van Buren with that man-to-man. Thornton in the lane, and shot is blocked and goes out of bounds. There's Alan Flanagan again with that block.
That's his second block of the game, so big guy showing his height there inside.
He's an imposing figure in there. 40 seconds remain in the first quarter. Latham kicks it off to Cleffer. Thought about shooting, pulled up and shoots the 10-footer. He misses, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a couple of shots.
Let's see who that's called. They call that on Taylor Gerald. His first 15 foul for the Bearcats. 32 seconds left in the quarter.
Cleffer connects on that first free throw. Seems like this game has gone in spurts. Richland had a pretty good spurt early in the game. Dexter came on and had a good run, and now it's been the Rebels here the last several minutes. They pull within 4.
That's 6 points for Cleffer here in the first quarter.
Dexter beats the press. Summers backs out, now goes baseline, puts up a shot. Scored it. Boy, that's a tough shot.
Very tough. Great use of the baseline. Used his body to free up his open arm.
Cleffer from 3, misses. Rebound Latham.
Nice rebound by Latham.
Yeah, he missed it. And now we've got a foul with just a second and a half remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah. I don't think Coach going to be too happy with Latham on that one.
Well, he missed a shot inside that I know he thought he should have hit. So did the coach.
It's his second, Latham.
He's going to sit out for a while.
1.5 seconds to go in the quarter.
Bowman will get it in for the Bearcats. Gets it into Flanagan. His half-court shot misses, and that's the end of the first quarter. And after 1 quarter of play, it's Dexter 17, Richland 11. We'll take a timeout.
I'm a full-time wife and mom, and I also work as a substitute teacher. You can see why it seems impossible to get a college degree, but with Southeast Missouri State University's regional campuses, it really is within my reach. I can get a degree without leaving my hometown, and that's important when you have a family. Getting a college degree isn't easy, but Southeast makes it convenient.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
We're back again. Start of the second quarter here at Richland versus Dexter. Dexter on top, 17-11. Real quick scoring. Dexter Bearcats led by Brandon Stoker with 10. John Bowman had 3, and Alan Flanagan and Gary Summers each with 2. And the Rebels led by Ryan Kleffer with 6. Mac Thornton, Drew Thornton each had 2, and Mikey Latham with 1. I want to remind everybody to thank Billy Pat Wright for his contribution bringing this ball game to us this evening. It's Alan Flanagan there on the shot and missed. Rebound, Drew Thornton.
Couldn't get it to go down, could he?
Not this time.
Drew Thornton has his pass stolen by Stoker.
Heads up play there by Stoker.
And he got hammered, and he'll go to the line, shoot a couple. He's really performed well tonight, hadn't he?
Yes, he has. Showing a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed and quickness. So
he's had some good games early on in the year for Dexter. Well, they say
foul
he was
going to be
fouled
against
before
Jesse
the
Brown.
shot. Bowman triggers it into Summers. It's been quite a first quarter. Now we're in the second. Dexter with the basketball. Bowman loses the ball, falls to the floor, and
going to be called for the travel.
Going to be called for a walk. So there's another turnover. The defenses on both teams has really caused some problems for their opponents. Had a lot of turnovers in this first half. Clayfer gets around his man. He slips and goes down, and they say he was out of bounds, so
yes,
it goes over to Dexter.
I think he was trying to want a little push off Flanagan there, but, you know, hey, it's clean play. The guys in black and white, they're right there on top of it, calling a good game. As Cleffer went around Flanagan, he just lost his footing there, slipped, and much like Brandon Stoker here in front of us. But Flanagan with the steal.
He dumps it off to Stoker. He's going to try a 3, and he
Good.
nailed it. Man, he's been on fire tonight.
It's his third three-pointer for the evening, as he's going to have 13 points.
He's been the difference for Dexter tonight as they lead up by 9. Here comes Richland quickly the other way. They break the press. And Clayfer's pass goes out of bounds, goes back over to Dexter. So once again, another turnover.
Neither coach could be happy with the passing situation at the moment.
Yeah, both teams have turned the ball over way too much here in this first half. Of course, good defense on the part of the Rebels and the Bearcats.
Contributing a lot to those turnovers.
That's exactly right. Here's another one.
Errant pass by Bowman.
It's like
Still
Latham going the other way.
Got the continuation.
Mikey Latham got the ball up on the board. Nice, gentle way, and it went down, and he's going to go to the line to shoot a free throw.
Foul's going to be on Brandon Stoker, his first for the evening.
That was about as tough a shot as you can have to make, isn't it?
Much tougher than I could have made.
Some good athletes down there on the floor tonight.
He misses the and one.
Yeah, the rebound goes out long, and Flanagan retrieves it. Dexter up 20-13. Klaus
driving the baseline.
Couldn't get it to go down. A lot of people go to the floor.
Drew Thornton went down with Klaus's drive and then couldn't get up for Taylor Gerald and Mac Thornton going up for a rebound.
Looks like Latham picks up his third foul. That's a big foul. Number 11 checks into the game for Richland.
Coach Walker
You have number 11. I've got a Parker Evans, number 12.
I got him. It's listed as number 11 in this book. So
okay.
Parker Evans in for the Rebels.
I didn't know if they did that still. Used to back in the old days when I played, Ed, you'd have a dark or a light uniform, and they might be different numbers, like you're 10 or 11. Inbound pass goes out to Summers, to Flanagan. Stoker drives, kicks it back to Summers. Both teams playing some good defense. Flanagan to the lane, puts it up, misses, but he was fouled.
I think that's going to be on Jesse Brown. We'll see.
Looks like they got the scouting report on Flanagan. Not only are they defending him with double teams, but they are defending him very close.
That's the third foul on Jesse Brown also. So a couple of Rebels in foul trouble early, but we're going to see the big freshman, 6'10", Richard Forsey come in for the Rebels. Didn't get a lot of minutes in on Saturday, but the minutes he had, he's definitely a presence on defense. The couple of times they dinked the ball down to him, and he just reaches up there so high. They just lob it in, and he can put it off the glass and make it. So
at 6'10", he can be an intimidating person in the basketball game. 21-13, Dexter out in front of Richland. Parker Evans dribbling out front. Dexter in a man-to-man. Parker still dribbling, looking for an opening. Tried to feed it down low. It's kicked back out. He retrieves it. Now the ball picked up by the freshman. He dips it off to Thornton, and Thornton missed an easy one.
Yeah. And there, Forsey, he just reached out and grabbed that ball that was tipped. He's got a long reach, obviously, at 6'10". Drew Thornton with a good rebound up front to his cousin Mac. Oh,
got fouled
Gary
from
Summers.
behind by Gary Summers.
Good hustle there by Summers, not to just give him the layup.
That's true.
Be Summers' first foul, 17th foul for the Bearcats. Again, we want to remind you guys, thank Billy Pat Wright for helping bring this ball game to us. Billy Pat, state representative for the 159th district. Appreciate all he does for us and the hard work he gives us in Jeff City.
Mac Thornton connects on that first free throw. Cuts the lead to 7. He hits the second. Cuts it to a 6-point lead with 5:05 remaining here in the second quarter. Richland continues to press. Dexter able to beat that. Stoker out front, kicks it out to Summers. Back to Taylor Gerald, whose shot at the free throw line is up and good.
Good range there by the big guy.
Haven't seen him shoot the ball a lot these last couple of games, but he nailed that one and extends Dexter's lead to 8. Mac Thornton to Drew Thornton.
Back to Mac, back to Drew.
Mac
Give and
gets
go.
it down low, and they say he was fouled before the shot.
I think that's going to be on Taylor Gerald.
Looks like the Thornton guys work well together.
Very well, very well. That is Taylor Gerald's second foul. 18th foul for the Bearcats.
Looks like Garrett Klaus is going to come into the game to replace Taylor Gerald. Mac Thornton is good on his free throw. He's got a nice touch too.
Yes, he does. That's 3 for 3 this quarter for Thornton. Mac Thornton.
4:20 remains here in this second quarter, and Dexter leads by 7. Free throws missed, kicked around, and Hester comes out of there with it. Feeds down low to Bowman. His turnaround jumper's good.
Nice shot there from the baseline by John Bowman.
Here's Thornton quickly the other way, and he scores. It was a good pass just a few moments ago by Hester into Bowman. But Richland recovered very quickly and caught Dexter asleep a little bit there on the other end. Flanagan's driving shot missed. Tried to get his rebound out of bounds off of him, and Richland will have the basketball.
Wyndham checks in for Klaus for the Bearcats. Coach Nichols doing a good job rotating his body. He's keeping his legs fresh. That really ought to pay off a lot in the second half.
3:45 remains here in the second quarter. 25-18. Dexter ahead of Richland. And now Drew Thornton breaking a double team is foul.
Foul going to be on Brandon Stoker, his second. 9th team foul for the Bearcats.
Drew's free throw is up and good, making it 25-19. Gary Summers checks back into the game for Dexter. And Brandon Stoker will get a breather. Thornton missed the second one. Bowman with the rebound. Richland sets up in their half-court defense. Flanagan.
Thornton tied up there a little bit. I think we're going to have Drew Thornton call for the foul.
Flanagan will shoot a 1-and-1. They've kept him in check thus far here in the first half, haven't they, Ed?
Yes, they've done a very good job of it. But at the expense of Brandon Stoker's success.
He nails the first free throw. Just trying to think, how many points does Flanagan have here in the first half?
That was his third point of this half.
Third point.
If I'm correct, unofficially.
Second
the
free
roll.
throw's up and good.
So he's 4 for 4 from the line.
He had a big game against Van Buren on Saturday. Claffer spinning, goes to the basket and scores. Wow. Here comes Bowman quickly the other way. His right-handed shot, no good. Rebound loose. Looks like Mac Thornton has it, drives, puts it up, missed it. Claffer tried to tip it, couldn't get it done, and now the ball goes out of bounds off of Dexter's Hester.
Great hustle there by Mac Thornton. He missed the shot, hustled back, fought after the ball, caused the Bearcats turn it over. Coach Walker's got to be really happy with the hustle from Mac Thornton.
Both these teams really hustling hard, playing with a lot of intensity. I think they're in high gear, aren't they, Ed?
Good hands there by Klaus. Mac Thornton unable to hang on to the ball.
On it.
Absolutely. Sure he was thinking about Wyndham being down there, though.
Wyndham. And let's see, is Flanagan still in the game?
Yes, he's taking the ball out here underneath the basket now.
2:51 left to go here in the second quarter. It's a 27-21 game. Dexter out in front of Richland. Flanagan thought about the three, gives it off to Wyndham. They swing it over on the other side to Summers. Back out front to Hester, to Klaus, to Summers. Back to Klaus. Hester's going to try about a 14-footer. Missed it. Flanagan had the rebound, slapped away. Here goes Mac Thornton up for the layup.
That's 7 points this quarter for Mac Thornton. He's just done a great job breaking to the lane and getting the ball to the bucket.
Pulls the Rebels to within 4 points, 27-23. Wyndham puts it
With
up
the roll.
and scored it. Shot it right over big Richard Forsheet. 29-23. Dexter applies that full court pressure, and Klaus is going to pick up a foul as he tried to defend against Parker Evans.
It's Klaus's first. That's the 10th team foul against the Bearcats. Puts the Rebels in the bonus.
You can contact us by email, and we enjoy hearing from you. Ed, you got that email address?
Yes, as Tyler puts it up on the screen for you there. That's sports@yhctv.com. We're getting several emails, several games. Let us know what you think of the broadcast and what you think of the tournament. Again, that's sports@yhctv.com.
Ed, I understand that we've received emails from all over the country, not just from Southeast Missouri, is that correct?
Yes, we've got reports from viewers in Idaho, Kansas, New York,
Texas.
Arkansas, via the web. So just great job here YAC's doing, getting the tournament out across the nation.
And Bill Hampton's quite a popular guy, isn't he?
Very
Free throw is
good.
good. 29-24, Dexter out in front. Evans' next shot is up and good. So Parker makes them both, pulls Richland to within 4 points. This game's been a good one. Klaus is going to shoot a 10-footer from the baseline. Misses. Mac Thornton goes high for the rebound. Gives it to Evans. Evans to Drew Thornton along the baseline. His 5-footer missed.
Flanagan did a great job blocking out Mac Thornton on that rebound and wasn't able to corral it in, but allowed Klaus to come up with the rebound.
Down low to Flanagan. He's going to spin, turnaround jumper. He missed it. Klaus with the rebound, missed it. He gets it again. Now Flanagan for 3.
And the roll.
Got the good roll, didn't he?
Well, he's got a great look and a great touch, great form. You put those 3 things together, you're going to get those rolls.
Kleffer's going to try a 3, but it's blocked by Summers. I don't think he saw him, did he?
No, I don't. If he did, he certainly didn't expect him to get that kind of elevation. Great hustle there by Gary Summers.
We're under a minute left to go here in the first half. Evans gets it into Kleffer. Swings it out front to Drew Thornton. Back to Kleffer. They're going to go down low to Big Forshe. Puts it off the glass and scored it. He's got a nice shot down low, doesn't he, Ed?
Yes, he does. He was able to do the same thing the other night. I'm not sure why they don't go to that play more often, really.
Drew Thornton with the steal. Tried to kick it down low to Mack, but Wyndham was there and takes the steal for the Dexter Bearcats. 32-27. And now Coach Nichols of the Bearcats wants to call a timeout. We'll keep it right here. It's been a fast-paced first half.
Absolutely. Got a few fouls on both sides. Little sloppy ball in the first quarter, a lot of turnovers, but it looks like both teams starting to find their rhythm and their touch and getting a little less of that. So both coaches got to be proud of the effort and the energy both teams have displayed. Coach Nichols obviously wants to set up for a final shot, I would think. I'm not a coach, but with 15 seconds to go here in the half, he wants to make sure he draws something up that ought to work and that his guys are all on the same playbook. We don't turn the ball over here and give the Rebels the opportunity to go into the locker room at half with the momentum and some excitement.
Well, both teams have played full throttle, there's no doubt, in this first half, both applying full court pressure and both playing good half-court defense also. As Ed said, we're under 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Dexter playing for that last shot. Hester feeds it to Flanagan. Fade away in the lane is
Nice
good.
shot.
Well,
And
they
that's
drew
the
it up
half.
pretty well, didn't they, Ed?
Absolutely.
Here at halftime, it's Dexter 34, Richland 27. We'll take a timeout.
Here we go, going to be entertained this halftime by the Bloomfield High School cheerleaders. We'll sit back and be quiet and let you enjoy the halftime show.
You know, Ed, before Well, that was a nice performance by the Bloomfield Wildcat cheerleaders. And Ed, you know, I'm amazed at how much work goes into the performance that the cheerleaders put on at halftime. They put a lot of effort into it.
It's scary. I was talking with Miss Polly last year, and Bloomfield, they've got a tradition here with their Wildcat cheerleaders. They state qualifiers year in and year out, but I can remember us packing up after taping some games last year, and they were here to practice, and they would practice for 2 hours after the tournament was over for a performance like we just saw today. And so, yeah, those girls, they work just as hard as the basketball teams do getting ready for these games.
They really do, and they display a lot of athleticism, and I know they put in a lot of hours of practice, and they liven things up here at Bloomfield.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with their halftime stats.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or Autotrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sandage.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Well, Rob, we're back with 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go until the start of the third quarter. We got some unofficial stats, and I'll tell the viewers right now, the points aren't going to add up quite right. Good thing I'm not the official scorer. Richland be upset because I've got too many points for Dexter and not enough for Richland. But Dexter Bearcats on top, 34-27. We can verify that by putting the camera on the scorebook if we have to. But being led by Brandon Stoker with 13, Alan Flanagan with a great quarter, scoring 7 points. He has 9, followed by John Bowman with 5, Gary Summers with 4, Ryan Wyndham 2, Garrett Klaus 1, and Taylor Gerald 2. Rebels are being led by number 32, Mac Thornton, who had 7 points that quarter as well to lead the team with 9. Then Ryan Klepper, he has 8 points. Drew Thornton has 3, as well as Mikey Latham, Parker Evans, and Richard Forshee each have 2. So Dexter showing prowess from the free throw line, as I'm showing they're about 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Richland not far off pace, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9 for 13. May be the difference there. So again, 34-27, 2 minutes, 15 seconds before we start this third quarter. Rob, what all of you have to say about the first half?
Well, it was a good first half. I thought the defenses played well, caused turnovers, and things were a little helter-skelter there at certain points of the first half. But you got to give hand that to the intensity of the defense, and this is a big game. Both these teams have excellent squads, and traditionally it's been a bit of a rivalry, and they're playing hard, and I look for a very good second half. I think one thing that hurt the Rebels was Mikey Latham got into foul trouble and had to set out, so that took away some of their offense and overall team play.
Well, he touches the ball a lot, and brings the ball down the court, he kind of sets that offense up. So him sitting on the bench certainly did hamper him a bit. We saw Dexter get the ball a lot to Alan Flanagan. He's not been able to really break free inside, but he's had a couple of looks from the three-point line and out and around the free throw. So Rebels did their homework and know he can be dangerous on the inside and been very successful in not letting them use the glass and beat them on that way.
Yeah, they defended Flanagan very well and held him under double digits here in the first half, which is quite an accomplishment. Very talented young man. Brandon Stoker's picked up the pace. Also, Ed, I thought the Rebels missed some shots that normally they would hit, and I don't know if that comes from Flanagan being down there with the ability to block shots, but I thought there were several times where they let the ball go through their hands that normally they would have caught it, missed a couple of shots down low that normally they would make, and you got to believe maybe in the second half they'll relax and make some of those.
I think so as well. You know, Flanagan with a couple of blocks early, so that's going to put that thought in those Rebels' heads, you know, as they're going in for those shots, that he has that ability. So Rebels with the ball to start the third quarter. Ball down low. Cleffer and Mike Latham back in. Cleffer with the ball. Ball over to Mac Thornton, down low to Latham. Can't get it to go. Its own rebound. Still won't go. Drew Thornton there to clean it up, though.
Wow, the Rebels come out, play hard, get a couple of offensive rebounds, and finally get the basketball to go down.
There they are back to the full court press as well.
He dumps it off down to Flanagan. Nice pass from Summers to Flanagan. Here's Mac Thornton quickly the other way, and he scores. Like I said, it's been a fast-paced basketball game. Both teams applying pressure. Summers has it, kicks it off to Flanagan. He steps up, feeds down to Wyndham. Back out to Stoker, to Flanagan. They swing it over to Summers. Back out front to Bowman, who's open. His three's on the way. He misses. Rebound pulled out of there by Brown.
Got a great crowd here for the Dexter Richland game. We've started filling in really good.
Wow, did you see that driving shot by Cleffer? Pulls the Rebels to within 3, 36-33. They've come out hot here in this second half. Now looks like Drew Thornton's going to pick up a foul. I've noticed when they're guarding against Flanagan, they guard him tight. What I'm saying is,
well, he's a big guy that can move. He's got a quick step. They know that. He's not cumbersome by any means. So
they really guard him tight. I mean, they're right up in his shoes. And it's been successful. He puts it up. That time he banked it off the glass and scored it.
And Flanagan, he grew up kind of playing the guard spot and talking with his dad. And he kind of had a growth spurt there once he got to high school and has had to move down low. So most of his basketball career, he's been handling the ball and moving the ball around. It shows now.
Yeah, you can see when he dribbles the basketball, he's very comfortable handling the basketball. Now he posts up down low, goes to the lane and shoots. Missed it.
Good rebound by Bowman.
Rebound, made it, and he'll go to the line to shoot one. I guess that's been one of the criticisms of John through his career, that he's not aggressive enough, but he's shown tonight that he can go after the rebounds, and he got a big offensive rebound that time.
Well, he's got a great touch from the arc, so he kind of likes to just sit out there and shoot the long ball. I think last year he set a tournament record with 6 threes in a quarter.
So you can't fault a kid that can light it up from 3 like he can.
And the M1.
Beautiful free throw goes down for John. Bearcats stretched that lead back to 8. The Rebels had gotten it down to 3. Cleffer from 3. Misses. Look at Latham down low. Get the offensive board. He misses the putback, but he was fouled.
Great board there by Latham. Showing some great leaping ability. Foul's going to be on Summers, his second.
Some good athletes down there on the floor tonight on both squads. Latham has good jumping ability, good quickness. He makes a difference on that Richland team. scored on the free throw. Like I said, Ed, these two teams will be playing each other later in the year, in the regular season and in the Stoddard County tournament. Latham made both of his free throws. Lead is back down to 6. Wyndham drives, misses. Bowman with the big rebound. Missed the putback.
That's a good strong
really
move by
going to
Wyndham.
boards hard.
So whatever complaints somebody may have had, he's taking it to heart and going to prove to him he can handle it inside with the biggest of them.
He's come down low and gotten a couple of big rebounds. And anytime he can get an offensive rebound, even if he doesn't score, if he's fouled, he's such a good free throw shooter. That time he missed that one.
As soon as we compliment, they always miss.
Parker Evans checks back into the game. Looks like Jesse Brown's going to sit out for a few minutes. He got that second one.
Well, Brown's got 4 fouls, so he may be sitting for a little while.
Yeah, he may. 7-point lead for Dexter. Latham's going to try a 3. Kicks out long and goes out of bounds. Belonged to Dexter. Seemed like the Rebels have been streaky tonight. They really get on a run and then they've cooled off. Both teams playing hard. Oh, there's a good steal by Drew Thornton. He takes it coast to coast, has it stripped away. Dexter comes out with it. Here comes Flanagan to the basket. Look at that.
Great scoop there by Flanagan. Good defense by Kleffer.
Wow. That shows you the agility of big Alan Flanagan. Put it right on the floor and went right to the basket. Kleffer from the corner. He misses. Rebound kick back out to him. Shoots again. Ooh, in and out. Tough
Strong
break.
rebound by Summers.
Dexter has a 9-point lead.
4:12 to go here in the third quarter.
Bowman from 3. Misses. Big rebound by Drew Thornton. Mac Thornton on the baseline. Pulls it out. Being hounded by Wyndham. Gets it to Drew Thornton, and there's a whistle. Apparently,
Timeout.
the Rebels want to call timeout, so we'll take a timeout here on YHC.
I'm a full-time wife and mom, and I also work as a substitute teacher. You can see why it seems impossible to get a college degree, but with Southeast Missouri State University's regional campuses, it really is within my reach. I can get a degree without leaving my hometown, and that's important when you have a family. Getting a college degree isn't easy, but Southeast makes it convenient.
I wasn't bringing. We're back. The buzzer sounds. The Rebels coming back out on the court. Rob Nichols getting a couple extra seconds in the timeouts. We like to see all the coaches. No, don't like to see, but we have seen a lot of the coaches do.
Both these coaches have their team well prepared. Latham has it taken away by Bowman in the lane. 3:45 remains here in the third quarter. Dexter has what I believe is their biggest lead of the night, 9 points.
Yes, sir.
In the basketball.
Good
Flanagan
pass
opened down
inside.
low, and he was fouled before he attempted the shot. So Dexter will inbound underneath their own basket.
That's the third on Drew Thornton.
Stoker from 3. He misses. Rebound kicked around, picked up by Drew Thornton. Ball loose. Mac Thornton picks it up to Evans. Now to Drew Thornton from the corner. And he got the roll.
It's a 3.
Well, that was a big shot. They needed that. Wyndham open on the other end. He has his shot blocked by Drew Thornton, but they say he fouled Wyndham, and he'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
I believe that's going to be the 4th on Drew Thornton. He's not a person that Coach Walker can afford to have sit for very long.
Well, the Rebels have some foul problems tonight. They've got, Brown on the bench with 4.
Thornton's going to go to the bench after this shot.
He's
First
got
one good by
4
Wyndham.
fouls. And I guess Latham has 3, doesn't he?
Yes, sir. So Thornton to take a seat as the freshman Forshee comes in.
Wyndham makes both of his free throws, leads back to 9. Those fouls have been hurtful to the Rebels. Latham to the free throw line, puts it up, banked it off the glass and scored. Here's Flanagan open on the other end, puts it up, missed the shot, ball goes out of bounds, and it belongs to Richland.
I think Allen thought he was fouled on that shot, on that attempted dunk, but the guys in black and white didn't see it that way.
I think he thought Forshee got him, but as you mentioned, there was no call. The ball went out of bounds, and Richland has it. Down low to Forshee, turns around, little soft on the shot, missed it, and there's a foul. It's going to go against the Rebels, and I think it's going to go against Latham. That's his 4th. So what? The Rebels have 3 of their starters on the bench with 4 fouls. Latham,
Yes.
Brown, and Drew Thornton.
That's correct.
2:39 remains here in the 3rd quarter. It's
So number
40.
30, Aaron Gilbert, 6-foot sophomore, in for the Rebels.
So the Rebels playing without 3 of their starters right now. Flanagan from 3. Missed it. Forshee with a rebound. 46-39. Dexter out in front of the Rebels. Thornton goes to the baseline and foul against Wyndham.
That's going to be Ryan's 3rd.
Ryan Wyndham called for the blocking foul. Didn't get over there in time. Picked up his 3rd foul of the night.
Second team foul for the Bearcats.
Evans is going to trigger it in, gets it into Claffer, down low, banks it off the glass and scored it. He got it along the baseline and went right to the basket with it, Ed.
He goes up strong, using both hands, got good technique.
And here's Stoker the other way with
the runner.
One-handed runner.
Runner, floater.
Floater, whatever you want to call that.
He's running, the ball's floating. Either way, a win in the bucket.
He's got a big night tonight for Dexter. And now Bowman's going to pick up a foul as he was defending against Mac Thornton.
Be his 1st.
Taylor Gerald's going to check back into the game. Hester comes in for Dexter. Summers and Wyndham check out. Evans gets it into Claffer. Minute 45 remains here in the 3rd quarter. Claffer drives, tried to dump it down low to Forshee, but before he passed the basketball, he was fouled.
Okay.
Bowman, I think, picked up the foul.
I believe you're correct. That's his 2nd.
Looks like to me, Ed, that Ryan Claffer starting to try to take control and try to.
With Drew Thornton on the bench, he's really going to have to.
Right.
He's their 2nd true offensive threat.
Yeah, they depend on him now for more offense, don't they?
Yes, they will. Mac Thornton's still in the game as well, but I'd like to see if they may try to go down low to Forshee. The big guy can just reach so far, and when he gets the ball, he can keep it up high, just bank it off the glass.
Well, Claffer made both of his free throws. Now Bowman's going to attempt a 3.
In and out.
And he got it. Looked like it might bounce out of there, but it came back down. We're going to take a timeout.
We'll be right back.
Shelter Insurance has covered a lot of miles and a lot of cars and drivers since 1946. We like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Seek shelter today.
We're back. So the Bearcats come out of the timeout. Set up, looks like, for the full court press.
They lead by 7. I think their biggest lead of the game has been 9 points, Ed.
That's what I recall.
You got to give the Rebels credit. They really are hanging tough considering they have 3 of their starters on the bench with 4 fouls.
Got a minute 32 to go here in the third quarter, but you're absolutely right. 3 starters on the bench is the difference, I think, in this game. So want to remind you again, as you look there at your television screen or your TV or your computer monitor, let us know what you think of the broadcast, what you think of the tournament. Email us at sports@yhctv.com. Our producer, Tyler Wagner, he's monitoring the emails. Send us a note or two, and we'll read all appropriate comments while the game's still going on.
Ed, there's some discussion going on at the scorers table right now, and I don't know if the discussion's about the score or whether it's about fouls. I'm not certain, but it looks like one of the scorekeepers for, can't tell if that's Dexter or Richland, is
Dexter
going over the scoring of the game with Lonnie Hutchison. Lonnie, and I think that's Stan Durham down there. Those guys have done this for a number of years. Just 2 great guys.
I believe Bill Hampton commented this morning, this is their 39th year to be doing the tournament.
Wow. There could be some discussion about a 3-point shot versus being 2-point. And now looks like both the scorekeepers, both teams going over the score. And I think the Dexter scorekeeper said, hey, that's the correct score. Let's see. Yeah. Apparently, people are satisfied that the score is correct.
Yes.
It's 51-44, a minute and a half left to go here in the third quarter. Dexter continuing to apply pressure. Kleffer goes right to the basket. Missed the shot.
Good rebound by Taylor Gerald.
Dexter quickly the other way. Bowman pulls up from 12 foot, missed the shot. Rebound loose. Stoker has it. 51-44. Dexter out in front. Here's Flanagan down around the baseline, and he scored it.
Nice shot by Allen. Under a minute to go now in the third quarter. Kleffer's going to push the ball up out to back Thornton.
Thornton kicked it back out. Thought he
Parker
might attack
Evans.
the basket. Now they're going to go down low to Forshee. Over his head, and Flanagan picks it off. Dexter has a chance to extend their lead beyond 9 points. Bowman misses. Rebound tipped out. Loose. It looks like Aaron Gilbert came out of there with it, and now Kleffer is fouled by Bowman, and I think that's John's 3rd of the night.
3rd of this quarter.
Okay. So apparently they did not get the 3-point shot down there that one of the Rebels made.
I believe it's Drew Thornton with the 3.
So they did.
He's
add
the only
a
one
point.
we're tracking up here for a 3-pointer.
So they did add the point. Gilbert to Forshee. Back to Kleffer. His shot short. Ball tipped around. Comes down to Mac Thornton. Gives it to Evans. His running shot missed. Gerald out of there with a rebound. Long shot by Stoker.
Oh!
Hit the front of the rim and bounces away. So after 3 quarters, it's Dexter 53, Richland 44. We'll be back in a moment.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
We're back here at the Christmas tournament on YHC. Hope you're enjoying the telecast. Dexter has the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. And whistle's blown. One of the defenders kicked the basketball.
I believe it was off the foot of Mac Thornton there as Summers tried to make the pass down low to Gerald.
It's like
got to be off his foot again.
Yeah. Let's see.
Wyndham tried to get it back over to Summers.
Looks like Richland still have those three starters on the bench, I believe, don't they?
Yes.
Thornton, Brown, and then Latham.
Well, Brown is back in, number 20.
Back in?
And it's Evans sat down.
Okay, you're right.
Well, I see Mikey Latham over there down low also.
Yeah, he's in the game too.
So they just got Drew Thornton sitting.
Summers misses the shot. Flanagan has a rebound go out of his hands, and Dexter loses it, and Richland will have possession. Just underway in the fourth quarter. The freshman force, she's seen a lot of playing time tonight, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. And that's only going to continue to help the Richland Rebels. The more time he gets, the better they're going to get.
Mac Thornton down low, misses. Forshee with the rebound, missed. Rebound to Stoker. Quickly to Summers, he puts it up, has a shot blocked, and on the rebound, there's a foul.
I think it's going to be on Taylor Gerald. This will be his third. 16 foul for the Bearcats. The Rebels also have 6.
So on the next foul by either team, it'll put the other in a 1-on-1.
Forshee up top here certainly does a lot to break a press.
Latham spins in the lane, knocked it off the glass. Impressive shot by Latham.
Made the shot falling down.
Pulls the Rebels to within 7 points. Bearcats take it down to Flanagan. Cross-court pass to Stoker. His three is short.
Good
Flanagan
rebound,
with a good offensive rebound. Knocked it off the glass. He scored. He's fouled. He'll shoot a free throw.
Foul's going to be on Forshee, the freshman. His first.
Flanagan working down low, picked up the offensive rebound, put up a big shot and scored it. Looks like Drew Thornton checks back into the game and Forshee comes out for the Rebels.
But they're going to need him to make this run to get them in position to win the game.
Free throw is good, and the Bearcats have their biggest lead of the night, 10 points. Latham to the free throw line, misses.
He likes that jumper right around the free throw line in the middle of the lane. This time just couldn't get it to connect.
Dexter quickly the other way. Stoker out front with the basketball. Gives it over to Summers. Now back to Stoker. He goes to the lane. Summers thought about shooting, drives, banked it off the glass and scored.
Summers been quiet since the first quarter.
Bearcat leads is extended to 12. Kleffer quickly the other way, knocks down the jumper to make it a 10-point contest. Summers back to Wyndham. Over to Summers. He's going to try a three. He missed. Flanagan came out with the rebound, but it's taken away by Mac Thornton. He spins, and he was fouled.
Flanagan grabbed the rebound but lost his footing, so he tried to scoop it out. Mac Thornton quickly, great hands there, scooped it up, pushed down the court, and looked like he was fouled there. Was that by number 10, Gary Summers? Blocking call there, so it's going to be third on Summers.
Doesn't take these young men very long to get to the other end of the court, does it?
I'm getting tired watching them run so much.
They are very much in shape, no doubt about it. Mack missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Just over 5 minutes left to go here in the basketball game. Dexter has their biggest lead of the night, 10 points. Dexter may be a little more patient now, Ed, with that 10-point lead.
You understand why they might be, but at the same time, as Bill was talking earlier today, you don't want to get out of your rhythm too quickly. But with 4:50 to go here in the ball game, you certainly understand Bearcats want to be very deliberate in their offense and make sure they're playing for the open shot.
Wow.
There
Mikey
goes Mikey
Latham just fouled out of the basketball game.
Got to put Flanagan on the line.
4:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. That is a big foul against Latham and the Rebels.
Parker Evans has shown his ability to handle the ball like Latham, but I don't know if he has quite the shot that Latham has. Gives up a little bit in the height category as well. Latham standing at 6'2" and Evans only at 5'7".
Flanagan missed the free throw, and Mac Thornton comes out of there with it. Comes to the front court on the dribble, has it kicked away by Stoker. Stoker just keeps hounding him. Now Summers picks up the loose ball and drives and missed the layup, and he was fouled by Parker Evans.
That'll be Parker's first foul.
Stoker just hounded Mac Thornton, knocked the ball away, and the ball got loose, and Summers alertly picked it up and came the other way in a hurry.
Want to remind everybody to catch Tyler Wagner live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on the YAC Sports Roundtable. He's been having some great guests early on in the show series there, but want to see you again. Call in to talk to Tyler Saturday mornings. So Bearcats missed the front end of the 1-on-1 again, or I guess that was 2 shots there by Summers, missed them both.
Gonna have to catch that program by Tyler. I understand it's quite a program. I don't know if we have any other type of program like that in Southeast Missouri. I'm not aware of it.
I'm not aware of it either. That was a 5th foul there on Jassy Brown, so the second starter for the Rebels having to take a seat with 4:35 to go. Bearcats with a 10-point lead. That's 10 team fouls for the Rebels, so the Bearcats will be in the bonus the remainder of the evening. Want to remind everybody again, thank Billy Pat Wright, representative from the 159th District, helping us bring the ball game to you tonight. So there you see a picture of Billy Pat there on the bottom of your screen. Again, thanks Billy Pat for all you do here in Southeast Missouri and for your hard work there up there in Jefferson City. So here we go as we hear the buzzer. 4:35 to go in the ball game. Gary Summers will be on the line, shooting 2. Bearcats with a 10-point lead.
Summers really showing his hustle here in this fourth quarter. He was at the line just a few seconds ago. This time he connects on the first one. Now the Bearcats have an 11-point lead, 59-48. Dexter has a little more depth on the bench, Ed, and I think that's played a big part in the game as Summers made his second free throw. Foul trouble has hurt the Rebels tonight. Dexter by 12. And
Parker Evans a little hesitant, or not hesitant, but a little anxious. Didn't quite get the ball down on the court quick enough.
Would they get him for a travel?
Yes, sir.
On the turnover, Dexter gets the ball back with 4:25 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Down low to Flanagan, back up top to Bowman.
Missed on the 3.
Rebound Summers.
Summers with the long rebound. Bowman kicks it down to Flanagan,
Up and
puts
under.
it up and scores.
Nice shot by Allen.
He gets that ball down in that position, Ed. He's almost impossible to stop.
He is very comfortable underneath the basket. With Wyndham on the steal, he'll set up the offense. 3:50 to go here in the ball game. Bearcats with a 14-point lead.
That's their biggest of the night. Wyndham has the ball out front to Bowman. I've got to believe they're going to take their time now and work some of this clock. take a good shot if it presents itself. Flanagan down low, banked it off the glass and scored it. Was the assist
Excellent.
by Wyndham? Was that Ryan Wyndham that
Yes, it was.
made the great pass? Here comes Richland the other way, and Drew Thornton is fouled.
That's going to be Bowman with the fouls. He reached in and took the ball away.
One thing
Gotta
about
stop.
it, John's been aggressive tonight, both
Absolutely.
on defense and on the backboards, on the rebounds.
That's John's fourth foul. All coming in the second half. That stops the clock with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go and puts a very good free throw shooter and Drew Thornton on the line for the Rebels.
Rebels getting down to crunch time now, down by a score of 64-48, and they missed that one.
So we go bragging on the free throw shooter. He misses it.
Sure happens that way, seems like often.
Stoker with the ball, out top to Bowman. Guarded by Mac Thornton. Wyndham with the
Feed down low to Flanagan. He banked it off the glass as he went underneath the basket and made it and was fouled. Wyndham's done a great job passing the ball tonight.
That's the third time he's gone up and under just here in the last couple of minutes.
I'd say in this second half he's come alive, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. That's 8 points for this quarter, 16 for the half.
They kept him in check in the first half, but he has come out and played well offensively here in the second half. He missed that free throw. Cleffer drives, puts up a shot, missed it, but he was fouled. It's amazing, Ed, you look up at the scoreboard and there's almost a 20-point difference, 18-point difference, and you think, how'd that happen? Because, I mean, both teams are playing hard. Now Cleffer drains the free throw, makes it 66-49.
The second one good as well.
Made them both.
So
66
18
50.
points for Ryan Cleffer this evening.
Well, a lot of the Rebels' firepower was on the bench because of foul troubles throughout the basketball game, especially here in the second half.
Gets taken away by Thornton.
Couldn't get it into Flanagan that time. Thornton stole it and was fouled as he was headed the other way.
That's going to be a fifth foul for John Bowman. As the broadcaster curse continues to play true as we start talking about how good the kids are playing. Talk about Bowman wanting to be a little more aggressive. I don't know, 5 fouls and a half is exactly what Coach wanted, but you got to applaud his effort this evening. First one good by Drew.
Now you want your kids to be aggressive, and the Bearcat team has been aggressive, and so has the Rebels. Drew
With
Thornton
that free
made them
throw,
both.
that puts Drew Thornton in double figures or double digits tonight with 10 points.
Here comes Summers quickly the other way. His pass stolen by Parker Evans. Now they're going to call Cleffer for palming the basketball.
So yet another turnover by the Rebels. Bearcat defense just keeping the Rebels guessing all night long.
Yeah, the Bearcat defense has created some problems for the Rebels. I don't know what the statistics would show in the way of turnovers, but the Rebels have had quite a few tonight. And you got to attribute a lot of that to the Dexter defense. They tried to get it down low to Flanagan, and Allen stepped on the baseline, and so the ball goes back to the Rebels.
2 minutes to go. Bearcats leading by 14 points, 66-52.
Rebels break the press. Thornton pulls up, shoots
Off
the
the glass.
8-footer off the glass.
Nice shot there by Drew Thornton.
Rebels coming back, but they don't have much time. Find themselves down by 12 with 1:42 left to go in the fourth quarter. They're playing man-to-man defense, and Thornton comes up with a steal. Oh, he got fouled as he went up for the jump shot. Stops the clock and puts him on the line to shoot two.
That'll be fourth foul on Gary Summers.
You
With a
never
minute
know,
29 to go.
Ed.
Thornton back on the line.
Coach Walker wants to call a timeout. We'll take a break here on YHC.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
We're back here at the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Richland, Ed, has cut the lead down to 12 points, 66-54, and Drew Thornton will go to the line to shoot two.
So we see the freshman Richard Forsheet, the big 6'10", coming back in for the Rebels. Obviously, probably for his rebounding ability and his defense, as he makes a big presence there in the lane. But with a minute 29 to go, down by 12 points, every shot's got to count for the Rebels.
Thornton's free throw is up and good.
He's found his touch there from the line. That's his third free throw this quarter. With
Makes
that one,
them
he's 4
both,
of 5.
and Richland will set up in full court pressure. They pick up. Inbound pass goes to Taylor. Gerald, he gives it right back to Flanagan. Flanagan across the half-court line. Minute 20 remains here in the fourth quarter. Stoker hounded by Parker Evans, and now Coach Nichols wants to use a timeout for Dexter. We'll keep it right here as Dexter has a 10-point lead, 66-56, a minute 14 left to go here in this basketball game.
Both teams 10 plus team fouls, so both teams will be shooting the bonus the remainder of the game, as we've seen on the Richland end already. But hard-fought game, not completely over yet. Don't want to sound pessimistic or anything, but Richland is going to have to make a few quick connections here to get right back in this game and set himself up for to tie the game or take the lead there when the clock sounds the final tick there.
Well, let's see. The winner of this game will play Bernie, won't they?
That's correct, who had
Bernie,
a great game against the Royals.
Stoker has the ball. Gives it off to Summers. Back out front to Flanagan. Clock continues to run. A minute 3 left to go in the fourth quarter. Rebels really turning up the heat on defense.
We go under a minute. The clock is the biggest enemy or the biggest defender against the Richland Rebels right now. So with 55 seconds to go, Brandon Stoker will go to the line as Parker Evans called for his second.
Parker picks up his second foul, as Ed pointed out, and the circumstances are such that the Rebels have to foul. Stoker connects on the first free throw. He had quite a first half. He's cooled off a little here in the second half. Missed his second free throw. Richland with a rebound. They get it quickly to Mac Thornton. Back to Parker Evans. Gives it to Kleffer. Kleffer's going to drive the lane. Gives it off to Thornton. To Drew Thornton. Time ticking. Kleffer's going to try a three. He missed it. And they saved it into Drew Thornton, who banks it off the glass.
So 23 seconds to go.
And
9-point lead by the Bearcats.
Stoker fouled as he comes into the front court. Foul goes against Mac Thornton. Mac only has 2 fouls tonight.
We talked about Stoker kind of cooled off in the second half, but that's been because of his success in the first half. It set up Alan Flanagan to break free here in the second half, and as they put more attention on Stoker and his outside, it really freed up Alan Flanagan on the inside.
He missed that first free throw. His next one's on the way. He makes it.
He's 2 of 4
back
for
to
this
10-point
quarter.
lead. How many points has he gotten tonight?
He's got a 17 tonight, 2 for 4 from the free throw line this quarter.
Drew Thornton goes down the lane, tried to kick it down to Forshee on the block. Ball kicked out of bounds by Dexter. 16.2 seconds remain. Bearcats by 10. Forshee gets it inside, puts it up, had it blocked by Flanagan. Ball taken out of there by Summers. Summers to Flanagan.
Kick it back out.
They're going to
4
run
seconds.
the clock down. And so the Dexter Bearcats will advance as they defeat the Richland Rebels. It's Dexter 68, Richland 58. We'll take a break and be back.
And we're back with the recap of the 14th game. Dexter Bearcats defeating the Southland. Growing up in Kennett, can't forget about Southland down there. But the Richland Rebels 68-58. Dexter will advance to play Bernie. They'll play tomorrow night around 6 p.m. And Richland will move on to the fifth place bracket. They'll play Twin Rivers tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. This evening, difference really turned out to be in the first half. It was Brandon Stoker. In the second half, it was Alan Flanagan. Again, 68 points by the Dexter Bearcats, led by Alan Flanagan with 25. Brandon Stoker with 17, followed up by John Bowman with 12, all in the third quarter. Great quarter by John Bowman. Then Gary Summers with 6, Ryan Wyndham with 4, Taylor Gerald 2, and Garrett Klaus with 1. No surprise, the big three there for the Richland Rebels being led this evening by the junior Ryan Cleffer with 18, followed by Drew Thornton 16, and his cousin Mac with 11. Then Mikey Latham, the other senior on the squad there, had 9 points, found himself in foul trouble most of the evening. And then Barker Evans and Richard Forshee, each with 2 points. So again, a hard-fought game, a little bit closer than what the score indicated, at least through the first half. And then Dexter just kind of slowly pulled away in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, but Rebels not giving up, even though they were in foul trouble and had 3 starters on the bench a part of the second half. They were able to battle back and put them in position there with a couple of minutes to go. Then just the clock just kind of ran out on them.
You're right, Ed. I think the Rebels had problems with the pressure that the Bearcats presented to them and turned the ball over. They got into foul trouble, and that was a really difficult thing for them to overcome, as 3 of their starters had to sit on the bench much of the second half. But the substitutes came in, they played hard, and stayed up into the game until the latter part of the fourth quarter, and Dexter extended their lead to about 18, and then the Rebels came back and whittled into that lead, but it was just too little too late, and the Bearcats go on to advance to play against the Bernie Mules.
Absolutely. That's ought to be a pretty good matchup. Dexter, again, getting another great game under their belt, showing their abilities with the 1-2 punch there, and Alan Flanagan and Brandon Stoker, so they ought to match up well with the Bernie Mules. Want to take a moment also, Rob, to remind everybody, thank our sponsors for this game. Sponsors for the 14th game, again, were Three Rivers Community College, Lincoln Lacey. Again, as Bill like to says, 2 locations, 1 dealership in Malden. New Wave Communications, SEMO Malden, Shelter Insurance, Brock Williams, the agent here in Bloomfield, as well as Representative Billy Pat Wright from the 159th District. Want to invite everybody to stick around for the 15th game, which will be the home team, the host team, the Bloomfield Wildcats taking on my alma mater, the Kennett Indians. That game will be brought to you, called by our good friend Lloyd Rice from here in Bloomfield and our other good friends Terry McVeigh from down in Kennett. So that ought to be a little bit of hometown broadcast there. So it's going to be stick around. 2 very athletic teams. Going to be a great game.
Yeah, it ought to be an exciting game, one that the people will want to view.
Absolutely. I want to thank Bill Hampton and Tyler Wagner again for allowing me to be a part of this broadcast. Rob, appreciate you joining us as well. Always an honor to have you with us. And I want to just say thanks again. Great tournament, and look forward to seeing more people. Don't forget to email us, sports@yhctv.com.
Well, we enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Ed.
Thank you, and we'll have a good evening.